Hello and welcome in everybody for this nighttime daily. Now I just flipped over into the deck. Okay, we are doing this late. I wasn't going to do a daily today, but I kept getting pulled to have to do it. So I guess there's a message for us out there, for the collective to know, because it would not stop. So welcome in this evening from where I sit. It is the evening time. So if you're new here, this is a daily collective of energy, things you might hear, see, or experience over the next 24. Hey, LJ, welcome in. So things you might experience, hear, see, confirmations, all of that over the next 24 to 36 hours. Hey, Christine. Hey, Bailey. What else? From when you watch it, not from when it's uploaded. And yeah, I'm trying to think of everything else that I should say, and I can't think. My mind's blank. So, right, and then I'm hearing that. Say what you need to say. Say what I don't know. Maybe somebody's got something to say. They want to really say something. So, I don't know. So we're gonna jump in and just get going, which is kind of crazy because it's almost 10 o'clock where I'm sitting and I've got a lot of energy, which is not, yeah. So we'll just see. All right. Angels and guides. And I'm feeling good. So I don't know what that's about. Okay. Angels and guides, those are the highest good. What can you tell us, please? What's coming in first? What do we need to know? Ooh, oh, okay. I guess I wasn't ready for that one. Is that Coolio? As I walk through the shadows of the valley of death and realize there's nothing left. What is that? Who sings that? Wait. No, is that Tupac? I don't know, but this feels like somebody's doing some shadowy stuff. Some shadow work. As I walk through the valleys in the shadow of death, I realize there ain't nothing left. That's all I hear. Oh my God. It's somebody's walking. Somebody might be walking at night. And they're like, I don't know. Okay. There's some hope for the future. Somebody's outside, it feels like. Somebody's outside. This is at night. This was at night. But then this was the one that almost came out. Remember? And I put it back in because I wasn't ready. But, this doesn't have to be where somebody's literally outside, but for some of you, they are. Somebody is literally outside. Move this little elephant. Because it looks like they're walking down a dark street. And then some color comes in. And they have a new way of seeing something. And what is that about? Tell me what this is about, please. And thank you. It's vulnerability. See, somebody is. I want to say like somebody is out by themselves walking. Walking in the street in the middle of the night. And they're like walking and there's like a vulnerability here. And then there's a friend. It's the dog. Wow, see, somebody's walking. I can't get away from that. So during this time frame, somebody's just walking and traveling, whatever it is that they're doing. They could be on a road trip or something. And it feels like a friend shows up. And it comes in with hope. You have a friend that like reaches out unexpectedly. And they are trying to take the lead of something. What is this? Tell me more. What is this? I mean, you definitely like it. Well, that does look like that. Like she's glowy. So you could be probably seen. The feminine can be seen in this. And then there's a protector right behind. It could be somebody's like literally walking around with a dog. but doesn't have to. And they're doing something in temperance. Somebody's trying to be tempered. Okay. Somebody's just trying to be patient and thinking about the future, something ending. What? Somebody's thinking about something that's like a final chapter. And then you get the Ace of Wands, and then something's not over. And it's like somebody's walking around thinking that something's over, and it's not. And Two of Cups. Did you guys see that? It like stood up for a minute, and then it flopped down, and it's the Two of Cups. That's my whole point. Thinking about a relationship and how it could be over. The Devil. I want to say it's like open-ended, and then you've got this King of Swords. It's trying to manifest something here. But this looks like open-ended, and what's weird about that, wow, with the worlds. Yeah, this is just somebody's looking at something in a cycle that might have ended. But what I'm looking at here is, if you notice, if it'll show in focus, at the bottom of this card, it says positive karma, right? For temperance. At the end, right here, it says negative karma. For some reason, that's feeling like bookends. Why? What is this right here? It's because somebody's lonely. And there's some separation going on. I heard separation anxiety. Fine print. Somebody's reading a book. So there could be a masculine that's like reading a book, and it like hits them. Their feelings, heightened emotions, in the cat. In the what? So you have this, it feels like a grumpy cat. Okay, so I'm seeing the cat and the dog. You and this person are complete opposites. And opposites attracting, I don't know. It's a cat and a dog, and cats and dogs kind of, And so it feels like this masculine might have been being a cat person, where they're like disengaged and watch out because it comes with the kerosene. And what is their problem? What is this masculine's problem? Because now they're like reading a book, which that could be, I don't know why I keep saying that. They could literally be reading a book, or they could be looking at something and they're stuck in it. A pattern. It's a delicate situation. It's a pattern of some sort. And there's a vulnerability here. And what do they want? And it feels like they're just grumpy and they want something. So they reach out. The Devil. Whoa. Oh, they want that. Okay. But no, give me a little bit more clarification on that. Because it feels like they want, in the middle of the night, this Emperor. He's got a big steed there. Ace of Wands. See, that's what they want. They want it. This person has a pattern. It feels like they're going to reach out in the middle of the night because of the Ace of Wands. And I just heard somebody say, go home. That's what you would get from me. Five of Pentacles, because I know how I feel afterwards. This is a person that's going to try and show up, and they leave you in lacking energy. And Page of Swords, they've been watching you. They've been Five of Wands. This person puts you in competition. Page of Cups, and then they turn around and they apologize. And Ace of Cups. I'm sorry. So sorry. Eight of Swords. This person keeps your heart stuck. Eight of Pentacles. Look at even here. She looks down. She doesn't even look happy. She's just looking down. Her hands are like together. She's not even looking at anything. That is 8. Yeah, that's 8 of Pentacles. And it's like 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. And it's like you just are working really hard to do something on your own. You've been doing something on your own. And it's kind of like Ace of Pentacles. You're working on doing something. It feels like fabulous. You're looking at your own coins. You're doing something by yourself. And this person comes in all nice and slowly, and they want to hook up. Like, this feels like a hookup. That's exactly what this energy feels like, and nobody's got time for a hookup. So let's just, yeah, ugh, yucky energy. So basically somebody's going to get a nice little message talking about, hey, what you doing? Hey, good looking. What you got cooking? Nothing for you. I don't know. But it feels like, I think with this being here, because it feels like that, because it kind of did start out all sweet and cool and all of that. It started out nicely, but mind you, in the beginning, you're walking by yourself. And this person, they might be a friend of yours. They show up and they just want to play with you. And they're reminiscing. Yeah, the windy road. I just split the deck and it's the windy road. They just bring you on the, windy road. Nobody's got any type of sort of time for that type of shenanigans. It's like, goodbye. It's like, I'm going to bed. So this does feel like it's going to be like overnight. Okay, moving on. This feels like moving on. Oh, man. Okay, what do we have coming in after that little? Just like a little bleep of a message. Well, What? Wow. Wow, that's a lot of blue. Oh, what is this? This person might reach back out to you. I see the Piper. But they're staring at you. And it's like, it's giving somebody the physical emotion here. This connection. This could be somebody entirely different. I don't know. But it's like, it's if you're with somebody, you and this person are feeling like it's the power of love. There's some heavy releasing going on there. I feel embarrassed. The death card. What is this? Because you have Taeyeon here, the poet that doesn't say much. He just kind of sits there and he stares at her. He's looking at her. That's the bright mother. This is the Empress of the Fairies. She's nurturing. She's productive. She's busy. But she's also very sheltering. And this is, this is ecstasy, but it doesn't have to be that for everybody. It doesn't. And there's love. And this connection is like lovey. What is this? The Lovers, the Internet, with the cross. What is this? Somebody might message you. Yeah, you have the gentleness. It's the Elephant, which talks about, support, but it's telepathy. The Mask. The Heart. Somebody's hiding how they really feel about you, and the rings, and how much they love you, and there's passion here, and somebody feels for you a lot more than what they're saying. But that feels like isn't that always the story? And the rabbits. Wow, you might actually find out or figure out There's been a sudden increase. Oh, wow. And then to move forward. Something's moving forward, and you might not even realize that. And they reach out on the internet. Clarity. You might get the clarity that you've been looking for after that other stuff happens. And what is the clarity? What do we need to know about this clarity and this love? You might be thinking about this person, and all of a sudden they reach out to you. And what is this? What's going on? Are you talking about this person? And they reach out. I have somebody that happens with quite often, and every time I'm shocked. But it's because of that. Nine of Pentacles, you're by yourself. Ouch. And Ace of Swords. You are by yourself when this happens. And somebody like reaches out and sends you a message. Something flew in my eye. Like an ash. Okay, hold on. This, I'm noticing this too. Like you put your hand out and a message comes to you. That's a bird right there. And to me, birds are messages. And it's almost like your energy puts something out that you want to hear from somebody. And right when you do that, it's like, ding. You hear from them. And it almost shocks you. Like, wow, we really are spiritually connected. What is this? The Seven of Swords. Four of Swords. This person is hiding how much they hold on to you. This doesn't feel like a sneaky Seven of Swords. They're hiding the factor of how much they hold on to you. Four of Pentacles. They're holding on to you pretty tightly, and you have no idea. Don't they always need to do that? But see, that's my point. That is exactly my point. This one here, Tam, he will sit forever and adore somebody, but he does not speak it. He does not say it. He's stoned, so he doesn't really make a move. And he'll just sit, and that's exactly what this looks like, is he's sitting and he's adoring her. And he's not saying anything. And Tam also is like filled with love. But these three cards just fell out together. You've got the Sun, the Three of Cups with the Magician. He's trying to like manifest getting back together or talking. Yeah. He's taking a moment of rest. And the Queen of Cups. Seven of Cups. He's confused about you, or confused about how to reciprocate something to you. It's probably his emotions. He doesn't know how. This isn't a person who knows how to. He's got heavy emotions, but he doesn't know how to speak it. The Lovers, again, at the bottom of the deck. What do they want? The Flamingos. Oh my God, that's the soulmates. They want their soulmate. There's dating, there's attracting, there's long-term potential, and there's sunflower. Someone might call you their sunflower. And then you'll get the balloon. Oh, they want to be stress-free. And their wish. Wow, this is all positivity. So what they want is they want you. And it's like some mental force, a kindness. That's why they look at you the way that they do. That is exactly why they are looking at you that way. And then you've got the unchanged emotional force. There's like a loyalty here, and there's subconscious, and it's just something that is happening to them. The childhood. This person feels like they need you, or they're revisiting the past. They're looking at something, and it just feels like I need my soulmate. and it feels very sweet and kind. And the way how it's looking up here, how he's like adoring her, that's very sweet. But they're not saying anything, so it's very frustrating to. It's just kind of like if somebody's sitting there staring at you, but they're not saying anything. It's like, okay, I'm uncomfortable. Just say something. 9 of Cups. This is the 9 of Cups. The Queen of Wands. And 9 of Pentacles. You've been waiting for this person. And then you got the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Wow. Ace of Wands too. Okay. Now, with the readings that I do, it's people that are like around. Okay. But some of you might have actually gotten readings on this person. Or you watch YouTube videos about this person. And that's who this person is. And they adore you. And then you've got the Ace of Wands here, where it's like out of nowhere, boom, they pop up. So it feels like you're going to hear from this person. And it feels like the underlining of that is this person feels a lot more for you than what they're telling you. They feel a lot. Okay. They're just trying to hold it in, and you are a soulmate with this person for however your soulmate connection is. And I think that when they reach out, you're going to get like an actual physical reaction. Your body reacts to them physically when they reach out. Okay. Alrighty. Let's move on from that one, even though it was kind of adorable. The soulmate misses you. I might actually title that this. Okay. Oops. Wrong sec. There we go. Alrighty. What do we have coming in for in the morning time? In the morning. Oh, bless you, Bailey. Okay, in the morning, what do we have? Wow. The Ace. Well, that's the Singer of Chalices. It feels like somebody might stretch. Like take a really big, long, huge stretch in the morning. Somebody's waking up feeling the love. Can you get more? Wow. You definitely left some sort of impression on somebody. That's for sure. Because I'm looking at this and if you see his face, I know he's cheesing. He's like, yeah. And even with you, you're just feeling it. And it feels like job well done. I don't know what that is. What is this? It was like waking up in a really good mood. Surround table. Okay. Cards. It happens all the time. All right. What is this? What's happening here? It feels like it was a team effort. Yeah, to get something going. The gears are going. Everything's going. Synchronicities, all of that. And there's a detour. What? The sun. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hold on. Let me see what this stack is. Oh my God, that's a lot. Okay, so you wake up positive. You got the sun with the beaver, which talks about like new things are on the horizon. The golden ticket, which is like a big break. There's been a turning point. There's some core values. But there's some clarity. You might find out, and then you get the Wheel of Fortune. You might find out why somebody was hesitant or why somebody like, what is that with the hornet's nest? Because everything else around this hornet's nest is positive. So it feels like you might learn or get some clarity on why the detour happened. What is that with the hornet's nest? Is it inner knowing or finding out? Some clarity on that. The Five of Swords. And, oh, you might find out why somebody needed to take a break. I don't know why it feels like we're going through this again. Or that might have been what happened, is that you got together with somebody and that's why you're waking up feeling how you're feeling, because whatever the Five of Swords was, it's now healed and sitting by yourself. Knight of Wands, the Magician, that's player energy, and the Chariot. Oh, so I get it. So going back, which I really rarely ever do that because these are different, but you got the Temperance. Basically, the reason why why this could be happening is because your energy is feeling tempered. Like there's some temperance there. It's feeling balanced. And it feels like you might somehow go back and get clarity on being like glad or happy that you didn't respond or you didn't let the first energy come in through the first part of the reading. If you missed that, you'll have to rewind and go back to the first one, but it was like a player energy came through and you didn't accept. You decided to, say no to that, and it changed something because you've got the Chariot with the Tower. Something changed. And what? It feels like you were probably feeling really good. Eight of Cups for walking away and investing in whether it's yourself or this other thing. Wait, that are weird. It feels like I waited for my swan person. Like if you notice in the background, there's a bunch of swans right there. So this feels like the energy of waiting for somebody who's like you or who, you were patient. And Page of Pentacles. And you were trying to put it out there and manifest what it was that you wanted. Six of Swords. And you allowed Spirit to carry you. And you really put it out there, Six of Pentacles, to something that was going to reciprocate with you. Look, you've got it here. This could have been something that you put out a while ago or a long time ago, and you opened yourself to it. Because I don't know if you can see it, but how I'm seeing this is like you're putting it out from your chest. And it feels like it gets heard. And Wheel of Fortune took over. And so you're waking up in a really good mood. Judgment. I told you. That's my whole point. Judgment was made. And you're feeling really good. And I almost dumped a whole bunch of cards. Okay, so Five of Pentacles. That cycle is done. The truth. It feels like if you close that one, I don't know why it's going backwards. It feels like you choose self-love from that first one that we did. And then the next day you wake up feeling really, really good about it because you chose self. And so it feels like this is a carryover for the next day. And it feels like because you're talking to somebody else, you chose love over something else. Love over passion or something like that. I have no idea what that was. That was really odd. But it feels like you're getting some sort of confirmation by how you're feeling the next day. And you're stoked. Stoked. Self-expression. Being bold and you rose above it. And you removed something that was unwanted that did not serve you. You chose to, yeah. And somebody else is thinking about you and they're just smiley. So I don't know what that is or what happens with that, but I don't know, something just changes for you. Okay, right before we come back. We need to know right before we come back, please and thank you. Before we come back, what do we need to know? The friends. You could be talking to friends. Talking to a friend. Oh, no. What? You got this tail coming out. It's gossip. Oh, there's two women there. Okay, wait. What is this? Unity. Indecision. Encourage. You might have a friend who is like in a union or something with some. What is the soul shrinker? I hate the soul shrinker. Hate is a very strong word, but I don't like it. It gives me anxiety. What is the soul shrinker? Wow. That just freedom from it. There's a new beginning here. Well, that does look like rising above. Look, you've got a friend that's picking somebody up. Like carrying them above something here. And it feels like that more than anything. But there's something here where it's like somebody's like in a union or something with a soul shrinker. And it makes somebody feel like indie, which is, I mean, that does talk about a commitment, but it's decision making, and they have to be brave on whether or not. Show me the soul shrinker. What is that? Because they need to have some courage or something. What is this with the soul shrinker? I just feel a ping, like, ow. What is this with the soul shrinker? It's removing them. Wait. Okay, so the broom came out first. That's removing unwanted stuff. So you can have what it is that you want. Uprooting. Okay, so the soul shrinker is getting gone. And yeah. And getting away, doing it now. Like, whoever this friend is, this could be you or them are talking about this person needed to be removed in order to have something come in for them. Wow. The beaver. There's something new coming. Okay, so it feels like we can remove this soul shrinker. You could be talking to this friend about this one. I still want to know. It feels like there's something I need to know. Tell me about the soul shrinker. I don't want to focus too much on this person. Because the soul shrinker is just that. They shrink your soul. They're like, they gossip. They're cruel. Who is the soul shrinker? Death. It feels like it doesn't matter. Because it's the death to that. So you might block somebody tomorrow. But it feels like because they are just mean. Cups, Page of Wands. They confuse you. Ace of Pentacles. They always say they're going to do something and they don't do it. This could be Series, Knight of Cups. Or Emperor, Knight of Cups. Page of Swords. I don't know. They're just, it's a cruel person. And yeah, I just want that off the table. was like, I want the good stuff, but you can't always get good stuff. Because, I mean, this is, you know, like stuff that happens around you. There's some effort required with this person. Unexpected challenge. Yeah, it's like this person is always a challenge to deal with. And you'll know who this person is because it's like they rub you the wrong way or something like that. And yeah, so it feels like, okay, go away. Okay, so what happens here with these two? What happens with Taeyong and the friends? It feels like you are discussing it with somebody, this negative thing. You have an appreciation for this friend or this friend you because they are talking to you about something that was bad that was around them. Which is weird because Taeyong doesn't really talk. This person is just a really sweet person and they have a clear sight, but they don't get into like mischief. They don't like to get into this man. They don't like to get into things, but they're very quiet. This is a man of few words. Wow, but they feel a lot of emotion. This is definitely a man of few words. But they were like wrapped in something toxic. This snake. And they had like a snake around them. And they're breaking free from the snake. And they're talking to you about it. You got justice with the magnets. What do they want? It feels like they want it. Yeah, then you got the trophy. You win. Wow, and then there's the woman here. It feels like you've always been there for this person or something like that. Wow, and then you got, I split the deck. And it's the heart and the mind and the leap of faith, and you get what you want. It's a man of few words. If they could speak, what would they tell you? Because you definitely get what you want from this masculine. It feels like they finally open up and they finally tell you something. And what does that look like? Because they're breaking something down to you. The Hierophant. The number 5 could be relevant. I don't know why I'm saying that. Three of Pentacles 5. 7. What? What is this? This Queen of Cups. You're listening. You're listening to this person speak. But I don't know if you like what they say. What is the 5 of Swords and the 7 of Swords? That is some yucky energy. What is that? Please forgive me. I know not what I do. Please forgive me. Oh, Temperance. And then there it is. This masculine might speak to you and shed a tear. It almost feels like they're putting some emotion. They might have like a neck tattoo. They might have something shaved on the side of their head. But they're speaking something into, they're speaking to you. And you're receiving it. You're listening. You might have well, this is the tattoo tarot. So, of course, the tattoos are here. But somebody might have like a heart tattoo, like shoulder or upper back, something like that. That's sticking out to me. And they're just talking. Oh. This person is talking about over all this time. Could be, yeah, and then I'm seeing the 10 of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles. You could have known this person for 5 to 7 months or 5 to 7 years. And it feels like they are coming forward. Like this person might legitimately cry when they're talking, or you might cry when they're talking to you. They're speaking to you, and it's almost like they have regret for something. And I keep hearing that song. And please forgive me. I know not what I do. Mm-hmm. I'm so in love with you. They might even have a sleeve. I don't know what this is. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Ten of Swords and Nine of Cups. It almost feels like if you wished for things to end, or they tried to end things before and they could not. What? I'm hearing like my old dear friend. Death and Emperor. I'm getting confused, but it feels like it's not confusing. When this person shows up, you'll know exactly who this person is. The handcuffs. The fairy tale. You have been stuck in a fairy tale with this person. The library. You know exactly who this person is. You have history with this person. And what do they want? Faithfulness. It feels like, wow, okay, they're going to talk to you. It feels like they're telling you now, this man of few words is finally telling you something along the lines of, I did so much and you still stood there. You still stood by me. You were faithful. You didn't turn your back. And just like this biker person, the biker character is swift to action. And they had blinders on. But a part of me wants to say they knew, but they just did pushback. I'm hearing like the word pushback. And now it's kind of like their lowest point. That's my whole point. If this person was going through a really low point, you guys were friends. I'm seeing the childhood friend card. This person, they might have been difficult or something like that. And it feels like they were trying to protect you or shield you from something that was going on. And the eyeglasses, they're assessing something. The storms, this thunderstorm, and the cat. If you thought that this person did not care about you, they absolutely care about you. This labyrinth, though, they just, I don't know. They're going through something that they're realizing something. They're going through like a lot of reflection and the headache. You might find out that somebody doesn't feel good. There's like a lot of, that's all bad cards. I was just flipping and opening my deck, and I was like, I seen a bunch of like bad cards. Like somebody just doesn't feel good. And what do they want? It feels like they want to come forward and tell you that they just, I heard despicable. I don't know what that means. I don't even know why I heard it like that. The balance. Oops. That's too many cards. That's my point. This person is a really good friend of yours. And the tower with the coffin, but the big ticket. And now they're guided to, for some of you, this is like a really good friend, and now they want to date you because you've been there. What? It's like, this person might ask you on a date, or they might set a date with you to do something, whatever it is, but they're a dog, meaning Well, for some of you, it could be like they're literally a dog. They're talking to you. And it feels like this person, the mask, you definitely have somebody around you or in your energy or something that they conceal how they really feel. But if they're a man of few words, of course you don't know how they feel because they're not telling you. But I think that what it is that this masculine is coming to a I heard a hallelujah moment. I don't know what that is. But they're coming to this realization like every time something happens, this person's there. And it feels like they talk to you about it and they confide or they say something to you. And how does it make you feel? How does it make the feminine feel when this person is talking? King of Cups. The World and Temperance. It finally came full circle. Six of Pentacles. You are finally getting what it is that you're getting the reciprocation that you've wanted. 10 of Wands. You're getting heavy reciprocation here. But that's like a burden. 10 of Pentacles. 10. This Hangman. It feels like I'm glad I waited. Or something along the lines like, I'm always going to be there. This feminine, the Star. Yep. And the strength. This is very healing for you with the Six of Cups and the Six of Wands. This is a heavy soulmate, whichever it is though. Remember, we have many soulmates for many different reasons. The Fool. This is a soulmate that you have that now the foundation is built. Something's changed. Four of Pentacles. Something's changed within this connection to where something is balanced out for you and this person. And it feels like somebody is very thankful, but for the feminine in this, you weren't going to change her mind. So if it's the masculine that's watching this or whatever, and you got to put yourself where it is that you're fitting in this. Like there's been times where I've done these and I've actually came out as I was, the masculine, but it's because the masculine is the one that does the things. The feminine energy is who's receiving the messages. So it's kind of like that. But so whoever is receiving this, which is the feminine in this situation, you wouldn't have been able to change her mind. She was going to be, this feels like you're there and you're not leaving. 8 of Wands. So the message is clear. I want to say, wow, with the Ace of Swords. Yeah, the message is clear. There's a very clear message that is sent by the end of this, where it's like, I've got you, you've got me. And it just really feels strong. Where the man of few words, the flamingos, that's my whole point. Your soulmate shows up, this man of a few words. And we're two of a kind. It's long-term potential here. The Moon. The Judgment. And the Cross. Wow. And the Rider. This was always supposed to happen. This change. It was always supposed to happen. It was. So this whole thing is going into another thing. But you are not around this person right now. No, there's a road trip here. You've got separation in the road trip. So you're not by this person. But it feels like you're talking to them. But there's distance. And you have to wait. Oh, of course. You always have to wait. But you are going to know who this new beginning is with. So by the time this plays out, you are going to know exactly who this person is. And it feels like you have a realization of something. is falling in love. Wow, but emotions are high. And it does feel like this masculine now becomes the bear. Very protective. Wow. And then you've got, okay, you guys, listen, whoever this masculine is, okay, they're coming forward like a big old bear to you, but really they have a vulnerability. They're going to be transparent with you. They're going to be all of that, but they're coming forward with emotion to you. And it feels like they apologize and they're trying to be open and tell and express some things to you. It feels like be gentle. Like I really want to say that, like be gentle with this masculine when they are, because it's a man of few words. I keep saying that. They don't talk to many people. And when it comes to their emotions, they really don't talk to anybody. So this person is coming forward because you've gained their trust and they're talking to you about some emotional stuff. And it might even be like their feelings and what they feel. And I'm hearing like words like honor and there's loyalty here and there's all of this stuff. It's not easy for this masculine to speak to you. So it feels like be gentle when this person is speaking to you, if that makes sense. Okay. So wow, that just felt like that just went real serious. Aw. It's kind of like, wow. They've taken a long time. Yeah, they've been very defensive and guarded. But what it feels like is this kind of like, that misconception of like the bikers and they're like really tough, or people, they look at bikers back in the day. They would look at them like they were really mean and scary, but they're actually the biggest, loving, sweet people that you would ever meet. And they're very protective. That's what this masculine is. He's a very, very protective person. And it's like once they tell you how they really feel, they go into protective mode, not in possessive, but they want to immediately dive in and protect you. Okay. So I'm going to leave this here. And thank you guys so much for joining. I know it was late at night, but I thank you so very much for joining and for watching. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.